Hi, so in case you also have kids and they install too many apps on the family tablet because you have no or terrible security for downloading new apps set on the tablet in question, you might run into what I did the other week where the tablet had seemingly been taken over by a fraudulent game malware app kind of thing. In this case, my son had by accident, or because the ads on most free Android games are insanely horrible and pushy, or perhaps because he lacked proper parental supervision, managed to install a so-called game named Food-Flow Control Game. This app installs like basically any other app. However, upon every launch of the app in question, you are then prompted to select a default new home app, where it's very easy to even accidentally pick the app in question, and if you do, it replaces the normal Android system launcher with its own ad-filled rubbish, rendering the tablet basically useless for anything other than showing ads. So by all means consider these apps complete malware, because that is exactly what they are. This behavior is also by no means limited to the Food-Flow Control Game app, but is common in many of the horribly pushy ads displayed in most Android games. Also, if you are experiencing similar behavior on your Android tablet and are a bit unsure what app actually is causing the issue at hand, a good thing to find out which one it is, if an app is indeed responsible for it, is to open Settings and then have a look in Apps and then in the Default Apps section. Here we can, at least in this case, see that our Malware game has taken over the role of the home app. And to make it a little bit extra fun, the app has also redirected the opportunity to change the home app to another one to just start the stupid app in question instead. So neat. Also, take a moment here to go through your normal app list and see if something new has been added. On this tablet, there is unfortunately no way of sorting apps in added order, but if you do have that option, that is a great way to find out if any unwanted apps has been installed recently, and that would probably then be the one causing the issue at hand. Another way of figuring out if a fraudulent app has infiltrated this system is to check for a setting called Special App Access or similar, and then find the option where apps are allowed to be displayed over as in top of other apps. If you find an app in here that should not be in here, then this is likely your culprit. One more thing to check is also to turn off the tablet and then back on, and immediately after everything has started, check the app overview list to see if any apps seem to have auto started with the tablet. If so, and if you haven't set this yourself, then this is probably the app you want or don't want. The biggest problem here though, and also like with all malware, is that these apps both get set to auto start with the tablet, meaning that they instantly take over everything, and they are also usually not able to be deleted from the normal app page in the settings menu like we can see here. So once we have figured out what app is actually causing this weird and locked behavior, what do we actually do to get rid of it? Well, luckily all Android tablets can be booted into what is called safe mode, where nothing other than the very default app and system settings is loaded in and nothing else is started, not even fraudulent apps like this one in this case. And this usually makes it possible to delete those apps like a normal app would be deleted. Entering safe mode is a little bit different on different devices. On this OnePlus tablet, it is done by pushing and holding the volume down button while powering the tablet on. Then you keep holding the volume down button until the tablet starts up. Down the bottom of the screen here, we can then see that the text safe mode is displayed, indicating that we are in safe mode. To get the correct instructions for your specific tablet, I'd recommend just doing a Google search for your tablet's name followed by safe mode, and you should get correct instructions on how to do it. Now, in safe mode, we can enter settings on our tablet and once again navigate to our apps, where we can now finally uninstall the malware app in question. Here, if you suspect any other apps would be on the weirder side, do not hesitate to get rid of those ones as well, especially if it's one of those games that you install from a very pushy ad in another game. After this, and to get out of safe mode, all we have to do is to restart the tablet like normal. And after removing the stupid fruit game, everything, at least on this tablet, now feels like it's back to normal. Here we can now also confirm that the system menu app in settings and apps and default apps is again set to the home app like it is supposed to be. Alright, this one really caused me some headache, and sometimes it is not also as straightforward as where the fraudulent app actually displays the name of itself and also shows up in the app overview. So please do share any thoughts or questions in the comments below, and I'll try my best to do what I can to help. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.